Hey, what's up, GoHighLevel users and people that are intrigued? We're going to go over the websites and funnels here and see how to load a template into your sub account. We're going to hop in here. We're in a sub account. It's a test agency. And from there, we're going to go down to sites. And you can see there's a funnel loaded here. There's also a couple websites. None of these are live, but if you had nothing in here, you can either get it from a snapshot, which would be if you're the agency user, you can go to agency view, click on the sub accounts. There's a couple ways to do this, but this one's pretty easy. Click on the sub account you want. Well, let's use test agency. And over here in the upper right, you'll see actions. If you click on that and say load snapshot, you can pick a snapshot and hit proceed. And here's all the assets. By default, it's going to bring everything in from that snapshot. But let's say you just wanted a website. You can deselect all. You see they all change to skip. Go down to funnels and websites. And you see, let's say you're like, oh yeah, I need that plumber website I got from a snapshot. Just hit select on that. Hit proceed, and I already did that, but it'll go ahead and load that for you. It'll tell you if there's conflicts. Let's say you already have one of the same name in there. It will tell you. So now if we go to that sub account, test agency, and go to sites, and go to websites, you'll see there's that plumber website right there. The ellipses over here is you can now clone that. If you're going to change it and you want to keep that raw original template if you want, it's a good idea to do that and say clone it. Otherwise, you can upload, save it to a website. So a common workflow I'll do is I'll get something maybe from a template or a snapshot. I will clone it to something I'm going to make right here. So let's do that. And I'll call it, my version, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. You can send it or assign it, clone it to multiple sub accounts if you want. They'll list them all there. You can type them in. We're going to hit confirm, and now you'll see a third website show up here, or a second version of that plumber one. Sometimes you have to refresh the page because it just loaded it on the back end. And now you'll see my version is loading. So it takes a few minutes to clone it. It's getting all the assets and everything, gathering them up and creating a new pointer for you. So while we wait for that, some of the other options under the ellipses or three vertical dots are, of course, go right to editing that one, which you can also click the name. Clone, which we did. You could throw it into a folder to organize. That's very useful if you have an agency account or test account where you have, maybe you have the raw templates in a folder and then you have your versions in another folder, or you have them by niche or whatever. And again, you can upload those to website templates, share it out to somebody else as a link, or just delete it. So I noticed sometimes that does not ever finish either. So sometimes you got to hit refresh. I'm impatient. So rather than waiting for that, we're going to click it to edit it. You can also go here, click edit. So here you'd have to build out like these other pages, for example, but you can use things like custom fields to have their phone number populate all from the settings page. So they just put their phone number in one place. You could populate it wherever you want throughout the website or funnel using custom fields. You could change out the logo, of course. Again, that could be custom fields. Change the copy, the pictures, whatever you want. But you could see here, we have a plumbing website now you can use for other plumbers, and it is off to a good start. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You have all the kinds of things people want to see as far as the categories, your service offerings, and right to booking a service on there. You could change out all of these. Of course, you want it to be accurate, but a lot of these services are things that all plumbers offer, right? So why reinvent the wheel when you could have the emergency repairs, toilet repair, pipe repair, and of course, booking a service. You have frequently asked questions. You can populate this with whatever you want. You could add more, move them around, whatever you want to do. Get their testimonials from either their social media or their Google My Business page, or you can help them automate it and collect new ones. And then you can have them paste here as well. And you could see, here's an example of custom fields. You could see it's got the curly bracket. at the beginning, double curlies at the beginning and end to show the full address, the location, phone number, the email, and the website. And even here, right now, you're all custom fields, right? So you don't have to type everything in from scratch. It will populate a lot of this for you. If you want to see what it's going to look like, you can just hit the little eyeball. You can also view the mobile version. That's really important these days. Most people are still viewing from mobile. It's probably at least 70% from what I've seen, if not more. And that's still in edit mode. So if you hit the eyeball, it'll actually show you, non-edit mode or like a preview of the real thing. It's really good to see. So it mentions AI site. What you do is add an AI chatbot on here, and you can have the phone number go to an AI agent, whatever you want to do. And they could try out that website. They could check it out. And they now are envisioning it, right? You're showing, you're not telling. It's a better way to sell. You're going to show them, let them demo it. You could demo it live. I recommend that. Walk them through everything. But they could try it out too and go, hey, I like that. You call this number, it does some cool stuff. And they get to see this, especially if they don't have a website or they have a bad website. So this is doing the selling for you, right? It's a pop-up that loads a video. So it's on the exit action. If somebody's about to close the tab, this pops up and says, hey, check this out. Look at this, and it's selling it for you. So pretty cool stuff. And you just share that link with them. Good to have a live conversation with them as well. You could exit out of there. It has all the stuff you need for a website. Funnels too, obviously same thing. If you've used ClickFunnels, System, or any other funnel builder, this should look very familiar. You can move these steps around however you want. You can add steps, remove steps, and the whole difference between the funnel and the website is, of course, the funnel's moving them through from unknown, like kind of the public, right, to that awareness, building that know, like, and trust, moving them into the funnel so they're familiar with your offerings, and hopefully it leads to a purchase or some type of action like booking an appointment. That is the whole point of a funnel, is you're walking them through the steps rather than them clicking all around a website, getting lost, and just closing and never taking any action. This will walk them through, and it's selling page by page to book an appointment, thank them, and then now it can trigger all sorts of other actions like follow-up, email drips, all sorts of things, books that you're in right in your calendar. I mean, it does all the automation for you. The other really important thing about a funnel I want to show you is the stats. So, of course, you can get different stats on websites and where they click and go around. But here it is clear as day in a table that how many people are going in here, from unique page views to the opt-ins to the sales and actual earnings from that. And you can spot problems here or ways to optimize. So let's say you're getting a ton of people viewing the page and hardly anyone opting in. Well, you need to work on that page view, right? Your copy, you need to work on better wording, a better offering, something that is going to speak to them and their pain points. If you're getting a lot of page views and a lot of people are opting in, but it doesn't result in any sales or bookings or whatever the next step is, you're going to see that problem clear as day here with the big numbers here, and then boom, bottleneck, just dead. And then you're going to know, well, you got to work on whatever that sales page is. It could be a longer VSL or video sales letter. It could be many things, but whatever it is, that next step is, if that's not converting from that opting in into an actual sale, you need to work on that. So very powerful thing with a funnel. Of course, you could have e-stores. You could do webinars, set that up with webinar funnels. There's the analytics of everything, right? From your funnels, you can say, hey, let me see my websites, QR codes. I mean, any type of marketing you want to do and track it, GoHighLevel is going to make it easier for you and give you this extremely powerful platform that you can now tie to automations and never lose a lead again. You can reactivate and revive your old database of leads that you have that aren't doing anything, right? And get those sales back. You already have their info. Get those customers that come back. Get them to write you reviews. You could have all these automations I can help you with. You can have blogs you want to rank higher as the authority in SEO. It's still out there, right? I know AI's killing it, but guess where AI gets its info? From websites. It might actually start recommending you as a link. It's happened to me before. Client portals, you can work on those. Of course, forms, surveys, quizzes, all ways to engage with your client and build all that in here. So the other thing I want to show you is, let's say template, right? Let's talk about templates and loading it. You saw how to do it from a snapshot. What if you want to just build one right from here using either one of the templates? I can give you a premium one or one of the many templates that GoHighLevel provides, over 1,000 plus just for the new websites alone. You'd click that new website, click from templates, click continue, and here you go. You can see all your templates shared with you, anyone that you favorite by clicking the heart next to it if you like it. You can go by category. You can search for a template up here. You can do by most recent, most popular. You could see all the niches that they're categorized in here, right? Like if you're looking for, oh, I need somebody that does home services like landscaping. Okay, click on home services. It's going to filter those out. Scroll just a little bit and let's see, boom, landscapers. So you can preview that and it'll show you the whole website right here. And you're going to go, you know what? This is going to be great for my client. They're going to want this, boom, website almost all done already, right? They can put their own pictures, their own work, their portfolio of work in here, recent work, you update that. Put their testimonials in here. Obviously, this is just, made up words in Latin. I don't even know if that's real Latin. Your frequently asked questions or facts, getting a quote. Everything's in here, right? The links, the website, their socials. I mean, you just got to update it. Boom. You can add a form here for a contact form. That's the pop-up when you're trying to leave and it just shows up. You can load a template from that. You could say, you know what? I'd like a different template. Let me just, let me look around here. I want to see what's the most popular ones. Boom. Website designer, marketing agency, SaaS. You can use these for your own website. Boom. You could use this, customize it. Now you're an agency, right? This doesn't maybe talk about all the features that GoHighLevel has, but you can use this if you'd like. Maybe you're doing SaaS, right? Preview that. Now, the only thing that I know I kept doing was don't hit this X. It'll bounce you out of the templates. If you want to just look at other templates, make sure to hit this back button over here on the upper left. And then you'll get back to this page where you could look at other ones. Otherwise, if you close this, it's going to bail you out right here back to this website. Quick and easy to get back. Just a little frustrating for you want to see that X after your preview, right? So again, if you do most popular and look at the SaaS one, you can get to that SaaS level and GoHighLevel, that $4.97 a month plan, and boom, you could start reselling it with a website like this. Or attract other SaaS clients, right? And your client has some sort of SaaS. Boom, you're offering these features for them. Pretty sharp looking website if you ask me. And you could have different plans. You could have all this stuff in here. Course testimonials, facts. You can see a common pattern, right? Because it's good to have these things. You don't want to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, I know I keep saying that, but it's like, sure, I get it. Have your own brand colors, have your own pictures, have your own copy to some degree. But there's a reason these things convert, right? The whole point is to get clients. So you don't want to spend weeks, months, years on end trying to get like the perfect website that's going to win like design awards. Who cares? You want customers, you want clients. That's how you get them with the funnels and websites. Use these templates, right? They're good. They have good copy. They have good layouts. They have good pages. You don't want to get crazy. Unless you're maybe a web design company, then you're going to want to show off. Then, hey, guess what? Build your own website wherever you want. Some other builder that you use. You could still use GoHighLevel to capture those leads, capture the forms, have the AI agents, the AI chatbots, all these other things that you can just take the code and throw it in your website. You can link your calendar, boom, get the appointments, link it to your calendar. You could set up availability, stagger the slots, show block slots. A lot of power with the calendars. You can have different calendars per user. If you have a team of salespeople, and people can just book right in here and boom, it's in your calendar on your phone as you go, making sales, making bookings, making appointments. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I can go on and on about this. It's insane. There's just so many features, but let me know what you may be struggling with in GoHighLevel. I'm happy to help. Throw that in the comments. Like this video if it helped you out, and I'll see you in the next one.